Hello, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Jessica. Today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you some of the things that I've had to do here since I moved here that I had never done when I was in Nigeria. So let's get right into the video. Number one thing that I've done since I moved here is that I've had to make my own hair. That's before I cut my hair. When I first came, when I was coming, yeah, if you're coming, most people that are coming that make hair, they already know that they come. When you see, I think there was a Twitter post that I saw that someone said, when you see somebody do braids, they are going to UK. When you see somebody do crochet, they are going to United States. So everybody knows that when you're coming here, you do long, like, if you want to save time and save money for the first few months that you're here, you do long braids. Some even do wigs when they're coming with braids. So that's what I did. I actually did long braids when I was coming. I think I'll attach a picture to this video. After about a month and 2 weeks or 2 months, I finally took off the braids that I came with. Not if I wanted to carry it that long, but laziness to take it off that many braids. Even is the fact when I was coming here is when I had to do those kind of tiny braids when I was coming. That in Nigeria before, that's not what I would go for. I had to do it when I was coming so that the hair would last me and I would save time and save money for a while before I had to do another one. So when I wanted to make my hair again when I came here after taking off the braids, I heard that you to do braids are like £50, £70, and then it's just a month and 2 weeks or 2 months till I came here, and I started working but just small money. So I was like, I go pay that kind of plenty money today do it. I go do it myself. Jokingly, actually, I said it jokingly. But when I went to the salon and they actually said that's how much they braid hair, I just said I was going to do it myself. So I bought crochet, I bought the pins, I bought some shine and jam. Yes, I bought shine and jam and so many other things that I needed. I bought rubber bands, so many other things that I needed for the hair. So everything I spent that day was like £70. So after spending £70, I would have added extra £70 or £50 to make my hair. Anyway, I didn't. So I went back home and I started watching YouTube videos, more YouTube videos. But I'd watched some before, but I started watching more YouTube videos so that I can make my own hair myself. Yeah. So I actually started doing my hair. I washed my hair and dried it and then started doing the hair myself. At the end of the day, I did it. The only thing I told myself before I started the hair was I had to be true to myself. It's not going to be neat. Because how? Those people that do it on YouTube and their hands are so straight, they have a superpower they are not letting on. But me, I don't have that superpower. So I did it the way I could, but it actually came out well. Not so bad. I think I'll put a picture when I was done on this video. So that's one of the things that I've had to do here that I had never done when I was in Nigeria. 70 pieces of crochet and twisting. I've never done it. The only thing I learned when I was in Nigeria was that I learned how to weave hair. There was a time there was also strike that I went to the salon and started learning hair. Boy, it was so hard. So there was this little girl that used to work there. She actually taught me how to weave hair. That's the only thing I knew about making hair when I was in Nigeria. So I'd never even done that weaving on my own hair. Oh, have I? I think I have, but it was still rough. That's one of the things I've had to do since moving here, making my own hair. I never even thought about it when I was in Nigeria because waiting won't bring now come. I'll just go to the salon and make my hair. I don't know why I named this video UK with test. How UK have tested me, but it's true. It's test because why? It is making your own hair. Is that not a huge test on its own? It is, but the second thing I've had to do is to work 6 days straight. And this 6 days straight I'm working is not I think it was actually 7 days, but I've forgotten really. 6 days straight shift. And it's not 5 hours or 6 hours or even 10-hour shifts. 15-hour shift. 15-hour shift that I had to do. And I've told even when I was coming, when I first came here, I told myself that that's not something I'm going to do, working marathon like that. But that's the thing about this place. When you actually need something for yourself or actually need something done, you break some kind of rules that you give yourself. And that's when I had to break that rule. I worked for 6 days and it was a 7:30 shift every day. and I had to close by 10:30. So I'll leave the house by 6 to catch the bus, and then from there I would meet the bus at the bus stop. From there I'll go to another bus station. From there catch the last bus to where I was working and get there by 7:30, close by 10:30, and then I had to come back home. At times I'll get home by 11:30, 12, and sleep. Tomorrow the same cycle for 6 days. That's something that I'd never had to do in Nigeria, because how so another thing that I've had to do is to do night shifts. Yes, sometimes you have to work at night. If I think night shifts are even more easier, depends on the work that you are doing. Shao, some night shifts are more easier. So I've had to work night shift for 12 hours, 15 hours just at night. So you start, let's say you start by 7 and end by 7 the next morning, or you start by 7 and end by rarely end by 10 a.m. the next morning. So I've had to work that. It's not as if I don't used to stay awake when when I was in Nigeria. I used to stay awake, but it's for things that are fun and interesting, like watching Netflix series that you don't want to let go of, or you are watching your favorite housemate on Big Brother Nigeria. Those are the things that keep me awake. Not that I'm awake working in Nigeria ever. So that's something that I've had to do since I moved here that I had not done, and it tested me because I love sleep so much and it takes away my sleep. Even the working 15 hours during the day is still testing me because I usually sleep in the afternoon. But now I can't because it's testing me. Anyway, so the other thing that I've had to do since I moved here that I've never done in Nigeria is that I've had to run to catch the buses, run to catch the trains. And this one is not, this one I don't know if it's UK that's testing me, but I blame myself most of the time, because if I can wake up early or get ready early and actually walk to the bus stop when I should, instead of waiting for last minute, I don't have to count that as part of the things that I've never done. But yeah, it happens because sometimes I might wake up late or get ready late and I have to run to catch the bus. And there's one time that I've had to run to catch the bus. The bus was supposed to it was supposed to take me like 11 minutes to walk from where I live to the bus stop, but I had to I had to run to that place for less than 6 minutes. That day that I knew that there's nothing that is impossible for you to do in this life if you put your mind to it. I was running and running that day. After running for like 2 minutes, I stopped and said, Jessica, you're not going to make it, so just give up. And my mind kept telling me, just try. It's better you get there and you miss it, but at least you will know that you've tried. So yeah, I started running again, running. I ended up meeting the bus actually. Yeah, I met it. I was like a minute earlier. I don't know how I did it, but I was like a minute earlier. And that's one thing that I've had to do, running to catch the bus, because if I didn't run to catch the bus that day, I was going to be like 45 minutes late to work. That was the only bus that was going at the time. So that's something I've had to do, even if it's not something like, if in Nigeria I want to go out, I lived in Delta State, so either you come out and take any keke that's moving on the road, or you take bike that's moving on the road, take it to where you're going. Or if you are going into town, if you miss the first taxi, you meet the next one. So there was nothing like you had to meet up. So that's something that I've had to do that I didn't do in Nigeria. Another thing that I've had to do is walking long distances. Yeah, there are some places that you would go for a walk or to do something that when you stop at the main bus stop or you stop at the main train station, there would be no bus that's leaving from that place to where you're going, or there will be no taxi that's leaving from that place to where you're going. So you have to walk. And especially when you are going to that place for the first time, trying to look at the map and look at the road, something of 15 minutes might take you 20 minutes to 25 minutes, because of course you have to walk slow. Unlike when you know the place, you walk faster. So I've had to walk 45 minutes to some places that I'm going, which is something that if I have done it in Nigeria, it would be when I was younger and I was going to school then. walk back from school when you have closed. That would be when I've done it. But since I've grown to be an adult, there's nothing that has made me walk that kind of long distance. But here I am. I do it almost every week. I must walk one long distance or the other, and it's gotten to a point that I'm actually used to it now, and walking is my blood. It's in my blood. I lie. It's not in my blood, but yeah. Another thing that I've had to do is paying monthly rent. You know, in Nigeria, most home, I think, I don't know, I've not heard where they pay monthly in Nigeria. I don't know, Sha, maybe, but I didn't used to do it. It used to be a year rent. When you've paid today, in the next 365 days, you know that nothing is making you to pay any rent again. But here, after paying this month, next month you have to plan how you are going to pay next month rent. At times it's easy when you don't have plans for your money, but when you have plans for your money, it can be a bit hard. So yeah, that's something I've had to do here since I moved here. Paying rent monthly, plan your money. That's why sometimes you work 6 days, because you have so many things that you have to do with your money, and you have to pay your rent. So yeah, that's one thing I've had to do. You have to get your 600, 700, 1,000 pounds ready. I don't know if there's some people that pay yearly, yeah, but most people pay monthly, yeah. This one is just a bonus. It's a bonus because sometimes I enjoy it, other times I don't. And that is sitting in the trains or sitting in the bus for long to get to where you're going, to get to work or to get to wherever you're going. At times you might sit in trains for, especially to work. If you are going for fun or you are going for vacation, you're not the pain like that. But when you are going to work and you have to take an hour train to get there, there's one place that I've been to that I had to take an hour train, and I had to walk 15 minutes from the train station to where I was going. There was another shift that I've had to do that I spent 2 hours 30 minutes on the road. I used 1 hour on the first bus. I waited for 45 minutes under the code for the next bus because that one was late for whatever reason, and then I took that one for another 30 minutes to where I was going. That's altogether was 2 hours 30 minutes on the road. So some shifts will make you take really long rides. Some you will enjoy, other times you would not enjoy it. I think I'll post some of the videos of me in the bus or in the train when I was going to work. So yeah, so these are the things that I've had to do since I moved to the UK that I've never done in Nigeria, and it's just part of the process. And most of these things are because I don't have a car. If I had a car, I wouldn't have to rush to catch the bus. I won't have to sit in the train for that long, because some places that you're going in the train for 1 hour, if you have your car, it's 20 minutes drive, but I don't get motor, so I have to manage. Things I've done since moving to UK that I've never done since I moved to Nigeria. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope this video somehow prepares you for, if you're just coming or you are planning to come, some of the things that you might experience. So yeah, thank you guys for watching this video. Give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't. See you on my next one. Bye.